All right, joining us now, queen of the shutdown media, Rachael Bade. Rachael has exclusive reporting to share about what happened yesterday, and would love Rachel to hear your thoughts about what happens next. Thank you for joining.
I revised my remarks until Rachael speaks.
Yeah.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Just checking.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so I've got some interesting news this morning. We are what now, 15 hours out from a shutdown, and there seems to be some interesting divides that are percolating on the Republican side, which actually kind of surprises me. I would argue just at the top here that Republicans do have the upper hand here. And I know, Dan, you talk about, the ACA subsidies and how that could be a vulnerability for Republicans. Well, technically they're separate issues. So, Republicans could say, look, we're going to focus on funding right now and deal with ACA later. But I'm told that in the White House meeting yesterday, Donald Trump, and I'm not just told this from Democratic sources, but Republicans familiar with the meeting too, that he sort of opened up a suggestion that he could make a deal. And this is going to give GOP leaders a ton of heartburn. There was discussion for 15, 20 minutes where they went back and forth. Schumer saying premiums are going to start going up as soon as December. The president was surprised by that. He thought it wasn't until next year. They talked about, whether they should even be tying this to the funding fight. But at one point, the president says, quote, nobody likes a deal. Nobody likes Obamacare. It's expensive, quote, shitty coverage. What should we do? What we should do is write a new healthcare program. And I'm told that John Thune actually got visibly frustrated and sort of threw up his arms and said, this isn't about healthcare. Again, Republicans want to separate these two issues, Republican leaders do. But Trump responded by saying, like, I have these two in front of me. Healthcare is bad. We're arguing about premiums right now when we should be arguing about a new healthcare program. And I asked this Republican source, I said, are you telling me that the president is willing to make a deal with Democrats on healthcare as part of this shutdown fight? And the person indicated to me that he was. Republicans on the Hill are going to hate this. I mean, they believe they're in the right. And I would argue that they have a pretty good argument in saying we are not going to reward Democrats for taking the government hostage by giving them a deal on something they want, even if we think, we have to deal with it eventually. So that's a huge change from the posture Republicans want to see. And I think it's also a big change from what Democrats have done in past shutdown fights. I think one of the reasons Democrats were so successful in the 2018-2019 government shutdown that lasted 35 days was that they told President Trump he wasn't going to get a penny for his border wall. That's what he wanted. He wanted money to build his border wall, and they didn't give an inch on that. Ultimately, he caved and took the bulk of the blame. Here, President Trump is indicating that potentially he could make a deal. And last thing I'll say on this is it just sort of indicates how much of a wild card this president is, right? He, fashions himself as the ultimate deal maker. And so perhaps instead of taking this tack that Republicans want him to take, he's going to be the one who wants to sweep in and say, look, we're going to solve this issue and make a deal. So we'll just have to see. I mean, obviously this was one meeting and GOP leaders were probably on the phone with him right away, like walking us back. But anyway, it's just really interesting color
Great.
for the meeting that hasn't been reported.
Great reporting. Thank you.